How's it going? This is Tim Ward with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you guys as promised. Want to take a few seconds here to thank you real quick about the letting us send you this video and taking time out of your day to talk to one of my team members about doing so. I have the website pulled up for you guys, which we'll take a look at here in just a few minutes. Now, real quick, I want to type in something into Google that, with you guys servicing Chicago, somebody typing this in is looking for a roofing company in Chicago to do some services for them. So we want them to be able to find us more specifically on the first page for the search. And the first page is so crucial because on average, about 75 to 80% of people are going to be sticking to this first page when choosing a company. Now, I generally try and stay away from using ads unless you're needing to get customers right here, right now to survive. Otherwise, long-term ROI, there's really no benefit. And typically about 80% of people are going to instantly disregard any ads that they see, especially on a service-based search like this, because of the credibility factor, okay? The companies that rank organically are going to seem a lot more credible. Now you can rank a couple different ways, through a Google business profile organically or through a website organically. Now with you guys being in Hoffman Estates, you're really only going to be able to rank there and not in Chicago. So I did go ahead and I pulled up Roofing Hoffman Estates, Illinois, just to see where you were ranking. And it took me a little digging. I found you guys right here on the third page of the Google business profiles. Now we want you to be within that top three. And we see why we want to be within that top three, because that's where most of the eyes are going to be, right? Nobody has to go digging for you. Nobody has to hit more buttons to find you, so on and so forth. But if we come back here, look at a couple ways that can maybe help you out real quick. So first off, clicking on you. We don't have much going on with your business profile as of yet. No, nothing's really filled out. We got where you serve. There's no pictures. There's not even your logo. No reviews as of yet either. So there's a lot of things that's really just going to help you out. And main thing is get this thing filled out 100% first off. There's no even bio about your guys' company as of yet either. And just doing that's instantly going to help you out. Anytime you guys do work for somebody, ask for a review, respond to that review. You can even build citations across the web through different directories, which is going to be your name, address, and phone number, exactly as we see it on the Google Business Profile. So there's a lot of work to be done here. Main thing is just going to make sure you keep this thing lively and make it look like what the top three competitors are doing, right? So you can even come through. So we have, Bell Roofing, which is going to be, whoops. Let me go back here real quick. I just want to see their Google business profile so you can kind of see what they're doing. So we can see they have 29 reviews, 5-star, and let's look here. They're not even responding to their reviews. So some of your top competitors aren't even doing this 100% correctly. Looks like they got one picture too. So really this would be super easy to rank for. We just got to do the right thing. So even your top competitors aren't doing this at the top level either. But back over to Roofing Chicago. So for any other area across Chicago, you want to be able to rank your website. So if somebody's searching for a roofing company in Chicago, we want to be able to find you on the first page in Naperville and Joliet, Schaumburg, any of these other Oak Lawn, Oak Brook, right? We want people to be able to find you within any of these areas that they might be searching for a roofing company and not just Chicago. For the sake of the video, I'm trying to keep it simple. So we're going to go ahead and pull up Matthews Roofing, and we can really look at a little bit of what they're doing and see exactly how we can emulate them since they're currently ranking. We want to be fairly similar to how they have their stuff set up as well. So back over to your website, great looking logo. Nothing wrong with that. Overall great layout of the website for the most part. I've went through most of these pages here. You got good call to actions everywhere. Even on, what was I going to say? Like even on your services page, if we go on that real quick, call to actions are going to be really good when converting customers. Like you even have one down here, make an appointment. If you come over to your residential roofing section, schedule a free consultation when they're coming through. So all that's really good and nicely set up. Those conversion rates or those call to actions are great to help increase conversion rates on a website. Now, the other thing I'm always looking at is the amount of content that's on your homepage, okay? And content, stuff like this, any of this stuff I can highlight. So it looks like you really only have about, let's see, 100 words of content, maybe 150 at the most. worth of content just on your homepage. And Google typically likes to see 1,500 to 2,000 words of content alone just on the homepage. But that does differ. So really I like to look at and take a look at what the competitors are doing, as that's really going to tell you what's going to help you rank for a certain area. Now, Matthews Roofing, we can come through and just take a quick look at how much content they might have, give us a little general estimate, and maybe, I don't know, closer to 500 words of content. So that's where I would try and stay, somewhere within there, plus or minus 100, as Google already seen them as the top competition. So if any other website tries to come in through and rank and is way off of what the top competitor is already doing, it's not going to seem as credible or as organic of a company. It kind of seems like, something is off with it, and it throws a red flag for Google. Now, okay. So I like to throw you guys into this paid program called Ahrefs. It's going to give me a couple features here that I can look at, and it's great for quick comparisons between a couple different websites. So in this case, your website and Matthews, these first numbers here are strength and trust ratings within Google. They're rated out of 100, but truly once we get into the 30s and 40s for these ratings, we're going to have a powerful website at that point. Now, we know our strength and trust is not where it needs to be, and you build that strength and trust out through these backlinks that come from these referring domains. Now, a backlink is any clickable text linking one website to another, and the referring domain is what holds that. Just when you build these out, you want to build these out strategically and make sure you're getting high quality backlinks from very authoritative referring domains, meaning these referring domains are already going to have high strength and trust ratings within Google, so that it's going to grant you strength, trust, and credibility with Google in return. Now, you're indexing for about 18 keywords right now within your website. You're definitely going to want more than that. So we're going to have to do research to figure out what people are searching for in your area for roofing, and it's bringing you just over 10 traffic per month on average. And if we look, we can actually see where's most of our traffic coming from. And it looks like it's coming from, cost of new roof Chicago, new roof cost Chicago, cost to replace roof Chicago, so on and so forth. So these are decent keywords to have within your website, but it's not really going to drive you much buyer intent traffic. More of your buyer intent traffic is going to be like TPO roofing Chicago. This is somebody who needs flat roofing done, 30 searches per month, but you're on that fourth or fifth page of Google, so you're not getting many eyes, right? So overall, not the greatest keywords to have. We want more of these, what we'd consider buyer intent keywords, that are really going to help drive traffic to your website of people that are looking to get services done from you. Okay, so with that being said, we can actually look over at Matthews and see some of their information here. So we can see their strength and trust ratings are getting closer to that, what we would call very authoritative at that point. So they've taken time to build out a good amount of backlinks. They also have 1.4 thousand keywords. So that makes me think they're most likely going to have a blog. Yes, so they have a blog within their website, which can definitely help you out, as it's going to drive a really relevant content to your website every week, bi-weekly, or monthly, however you're going to set up, putting in blog posts into it. But that'll really help you out in ranking every other keyword that you're wanting to rank for. You're also looking at about 1.4 thousand traffic that they are getting every month as well. And we can truly see what types of keywords they're ranking for and get most of their traffic from too. Because a lot of times when you have a blog, sometimes you're going to start getting a lot of traffic from blog post keywords that really aren't going to drive any more buyer intent traffic to you. But it looks like they're actually doing this correctly. So they are getting a lot of traffic from these, Chicago roofing buyer intent keywords. And when you start getting, traffic from roofing company Chicago, 350 searches per month, they're position 2, and they're getting just over 50 traffic a month from that. This is 30 to 40% conversion rate onto your website, meaning 30 to 40% of the 50 here that is clicking onto your website is actually going to reach out to you, meaning that's a new, fresh, warm lead for you. So they're getting hundreds of leads a month from all these roofing Chicago keywords, right? And that's what you want to be able to do on your end as well, so you can truly dominate the area and become one of the top companies, especially when it comes to getting leads through the internet organically. So with that being said, if you guys have any other questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you any way I can. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon. So I wanted to add a little revision into my video here. So I just went through and I actually was not looking at the correct business profile for you guys. It looked like you had two. For some reason on my end, I had your guys' office in Hoffman Estates, which I'm guessing it was at some point. So you guys have created a new one. and this one is doing much better. Now, I've actually typed in, roofing Wheeling, Illinois, and you guys are now within this first page, within the first handful or so. So you're not within that top 3 still, but I think that makes you top 8 or so there, and doing much better when it comes to overall on this one, as we could tell from the last one. So, a decent amount of reviews. Definitely need to keep getting those up. Make sure you're responding to all these custom reviews as well. Just like I was saying in the last one, you guys got a decent amount of photos, so keep working on that. Looks like you got a decent bio section about yourselves. You can always update some frequently asked questions too, and then really build out some of those citations. You can think of Google as almost a little popularity contest, which is going to help you out too. So a lot of across of a lot of directories, you can do this. Your company name, address, and phone number, exactly as we see it on here, and build that across the web on different directories. And that's going to really more places across the web that are holding your information, typically the better. So I wanted to make this a little revision, so I hope this helps out in the video too.